Hello and welcome to Big Deal. I'm Nisha Poddar and today we have a special guest with us on this episode of the year-end special, Zia Modi, somebody who needs no introduction at all. Ma'am, so good to have you on CNBC TV 18. We are ending 2016. When we begin 2017, we are starting with a lot of uncertainty. There is demonetization impact which is still to unravel. There is a lot of expectation from the union budget which has been preponed. GST seems to be delayed. How is 2017 looking for you?
I think rocky for the government, at least initially. I'm sure they have the hope that things will settle down. I think the demonetization impact, which they feel will last only maybe 1 or 2 quarters, may in fact extend beyond. The budget, well, it's the budget. Not sure how much maneuver or wiggle room that he has. But I think that, GST, at least there will be a last date of 30th September, if not 1st April. My own view is that there will be disruptions as well because of it. But in the long term, I think GST has to happen. Sooner the better. How much state opposition will continue, how they will get over it. Now, constitutionally, there is a drop-dead date. So let's see. Let's see.
So, yes, government is going to have a difficult task, but 2016 was an eventful year, you would say, for corporate India as well. And how do you see the deal scenario really going forward in 2017, given the kind of uncertainties and factors at play, we see?
I think big-ticket PE deals will slow down. There is a tremendous amount of dry powder for India. There's a lot of money which can be brought in and put to play. But I think that the big houses will want to see how the landscape plays out. They will be in no hurry to put their money to work very quickly. Again, the big houses are looking for very big ticket size deals, which means a lot of commitment. Normally in the services sector or pharma or fintech, where there are few deals of that size. So I suspect the deals will happen, but each deal as I see it is taking longer to gestate. There's a lot of renegotiation, a lot of external factors send the foreigners into more of a tizzy than before. And so while it will happen, probably slower.
So, looking at the landscape currently, of course, some of the FDI policies and reforms have been done by the government. How have the foreign investors really taken to it? We haven't seen much action there.
So one of the big things that I think this government did was defense, taking it up to 49 and allowing a further increase if you have state-of-the-art. But we've seen really no significant defense FDI come in. I think a lot of factors at play. The offset policy, can it really improve? The fear that a foreigner has of its R&D and technology coming into an Indian space and whether they can really capture it or ring-fence it. So FDI, which was expecting billions of dollars, has not happened. The pharma space actually was the most active space last year in terms of M&A and private equity. But the policy right now has a no-compete bar, which doesn't make foreigners happy. So, for example, if I'm an Indian pharma promoter and I'm selling to you, I can go and compete the next day. That doesn't make sense. If you're in a JV with me and I'm still a shareholder, I can still go and compete with you, which makes no sense. So I think that's a little bit of a dampener. But the pharma story is far too attractive. You've got too many Indians and their health need to be taken care of. But then you have the DPCO, which comes and places and gets more and more medicines added to the list. And so the bar on price, again, hits the MNCs. But I believe pharma continues to be entirely attractive. Fintech, I think that's our story for the next 2-3 years.
Especially with demonetization. What is the impact that you'll see? What is the kind of scale that we can see in this particular space?
Well, the Paytm guys are rocking and rolling and jumping, as are the others.
And MobiKwik is also creating a fuss about it.
Absolutely. But I think that, as I was saying, the real challenge is going to be if the millions of people right now who are converting into digi payments and the POS system, whether once cash starts coming back into the economy, when the withdrawal limits are released and you can go back to a normal life again, it's whether these same people who right now have those small little machines are going to keep them or they're going to ask you for cash again, just because they're just used to that. And so the stickiness of that customer, is he going to be temporarily converted out of force, or is he going to be enjoying the convenience? That is the key.
So this is the time for the types of Paytm, FreeCharge,
really
MobiKwik to really make the
stickiness.
Yes. So that I keep going back to it. Some of the cashbacks, discounts, they are working on, but I don't know if they are that attractive at this point. But looking at the size and scale this particular space is now getting to because of demonetization, do you see that this sector is going to be very ripe for a lot of deals, whether it's corporate finance, fundraising, or...
Completely. I mean, I think that there's so many opportunities, and it's not that people have not discovered them. They are working on them, and I think that if you get it right, there'll be several M&A opportunities in several spaces within this, with different applications, different modes of getting the customer onboarded. It's very exciting. I mean, you look at the Aadhaar database. That is a database waiting to explode. The amount of applications and businesses that can be exploited from that database, we haven't even started. That all will tie into mobile payments, etc., etc. So I think the startup time has come.
All right. So in startup, there are two segments that I generally fragment the sector into. One is e-commerce. We have seen the rise and fall of that sector in terms of valuations. And the second space is fintech, which is now rising. How do you see the entire gamut playing out? Will there be interplay in terms of deals also between the two?
There should be. The reality is that the government has made the B2B platform acceptable now and legitimized squarely what was an uncertain regime in that sense. But the discounting play in e-commerce is under question. And of course you can't have a captive situation, which then makes the discounting difficult. On the other hand, fintech is going to tie in completely. I don't know how it will play out, but it's going to be a fascinating story.